Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So let us study psychology का third chapter personality का part 2 और इस part में हम पढ़ने वाले हैं factors shaping personality के बारे में। तो आइए देखते हैं कि ऐसे कौन कौन से factors हैं जो हमारी personality को shape करते हैं। तो पहले ये कुछ एक्टिविटी दी हुई है, हम पढ़ लेते हैं so that हमें इस concept के बारे में थोड़ी ज्यादा knowledge मिल जाए। ठीक है, so activity 2, look at the list given below and discuss with your friends which of these factors have a stronger influence in shaping personality. अभी हमें बताना है कि इनमें से कौन सी चीजें ज्यादा इफेक्ट करती है हमारी पर्सनालिटी को। ठीक है, जैसे न्यूट्रिशियस डाइट, जंक फूड, फिजिक, एक्सरसाइज, टेक्नोलॉजी, पीयर ग्रुप, पेरेंट्स, नेबर्स, रिलेटिव्स, चाइल्डहुड एक्सपीरियंस। आपको क्या लगता है? अगर आप मेरी बात करोगे तो आई थिंक कहीं ना कहीं इन सब दे ऑल कॉन्स्टिट्यूट टुगेदर पर्सनालिटी बनाने में, क्योंकि हमने पढ़ा है पिछले वीडियो में कि पर्सनालिटी सिर्फ एक चीज से नहीं बनती है, इट्स अ कॉम्बिनेशन, अ यूनिक कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स। ओके, आइए आज हम उन फैक्टर्स के बारे में पढ़ते हैं। So an individual's personality gets shaped by a wide variety of factors which often act in conjunction. ओके, सो यहाँ पे वो क्या बोल रहा है कि जो कंजंक्शन यानी कि विच एड्स एवरीथिंग, विच जॉइंस एवरीथिंग टुगेदर, जैसे एंड, ये सब क्या होता है? एंड इज अ कंजंक्शन। ग्रामर में हमने पढ़ा है क्यों कंजंक्शंस क्या होते हैं? जो एक सेंटेंस को जॉइन करते हैं, विच कनेक्ट, ओके, एंड कीप देम टुगेदर। सो दैट्स व्हाट इट सेज कि फैक्टर्स, बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स जो होते हैं वो मिलके पर्सनालिटी को शेप करते हैं, और वो फैक्टर्स बहुत बार कंजंक्शन की तरह एक्ट करते हैं, यानी कि वो पर्सनालिटी को पूरा बिल्डअप करते हैं, एक साथ रखते हैं पर्सनालिटी को। ओके, सो सम ऑफ द फैक्टर्स शेपिंग पर्सनालिटी ऑफ एन इंडिविजुअल आर एज फॉलोज। आइए देखते हैं। तो पहला है हेरिडिटरी। सो हेरिडिटरी इंप्लाइज ऑल दोस कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स दैट एन इंडिविजुअल इनहेरिट्स फ्रॉम हिज पेरेंट्स। हेरिडिटरी अफेक्ट्स द फिजिकल एंड मेंटल मेकअप ऑफ अ पर्सन। सो यहाँ पे दिया है कि हेरिडिटरी वो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स हमारी पर्सनालिटी में कंट्रीब्यूट करता है जो हमारे पेरेंट्स से हम इनहेरिट करते हैं, यानी हमारे पेरेंट्स से हमें वो मिलता है। ओके, और हेरिडिटरी सिर्फ हमारा फिजिकल मेकअप ऑफ अ पर्सन डजंट, लाइक सिर्फ फिजिकल मेकअप हमारा कंट्रीब्यूट नहीं करता हेरिडिटरी, बट इवन द मेंटल मेकअप ऑफ अ पर्सन इज गिवन बाय हेरिडिटरी एट सम पॉइंट. For example, I give you a basic example. We all think that we get our body structure, that is our physical structure of eyes, nose, whatever you call it, from our parents. But the fact is, we even get our personality from our parents. For example, if a child's father is very, he's like very short-tempered. So that child can be short-tempered if he has the more genes of his father's. वैसा, okay? सो पर्सनैलिटी भी आपका हेरिडिटरी से कनेक्टेड है। यहाँ पे एक एग्जाम्पल दिया है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, inherent physical characteristics like height, physical structure, color of eyes, etc. also influence the self-concept, which in turn may influence the personality makeup of an individual. So यहाँ पे क्या बोल रहा है पता है कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर कोई इंडिविजुअल है, कोई एक इंसान है, सो वो अपने फिजिकल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ही नहीं, जैसे कि हाइट और उसका फिजिकल स्ट्रक्चर, आंखों का कलर, यही सबसे वो अपने पेरेंट्स से इनहेरिट नहीं करेगा, बट एक कहीं ना कहीं जो सेल्फ कंसेप्ट होता है वो भी बहुत ज्यादा इन्फ्लुएंस हो जाता है हमारे पेरेंट्स की वजह से। तो सेल्फ कंसेप्ट क्या होता है? सेल्फ कंसेप्ट इज बेसिकली हाउ एन इंडिविजुअल लुक्स एट हिमसेल्फ, वो अपने बारे में किस तरह से सोचता है, how does he considers himself or herself, how does he evaluates himself or herself, तो अपने बारे में क्या परसेप्शंस रखता है बेसिकली। ओके, दैट्स व्हाट सेल्फ कंसेप्ट इज। सो हमारे पेरेंट्स हमारा सेल्फ कंसेप्ट रिगार्डिंग आवर ओन सेल्फ भी बहुत ज्यादा इन्फ्लुएंस करते हैं। ओके, दैट वाज ऑल अबाउट हेरिडिटरी. नाउ वी हैव एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स. आई थिंक we have all studied about endocrine glands in science in our earlier grades. So that's what it says, that endocrine glands also at a very much extent affect our personality. Let us read about it first. So endocrine glands such as pituitary, thyroid, pancreas, adrenal, gonads, and by the way, gonads are nothing different. It's exactly adrenal glands, okay, etc. play an important role in shaping personality of individual. So these are some endocrine glands which actually affect our personality a lot. Okay, so there's an example given over here. Over-secretion and under-secretion of hormone produced by various glands may adversely affect the personality of an individual. I guess we all have studied that, you know, some amount of, if it's a lot of secretion of certain hormones, so a person can be very giant, or if it's a very less secretion, so he can or she can be a dwarf. So, you know, these kind of just not physical structure, but even our mentally, you know, they affect us. For example, an over-secretion of the thyroxine hormone produced by the thyroid gland leads to nervous tension. Okay, they lead to nervous tension, they lead to irritability, they lead to restlessness and emotional instability, etc., which may adversely affect the personality of an individual. So we have an example of the ग्लैंड दैट इज थायराइड ग्लैंड एंड उससे थायरोक्सिन हार्मोन प्रोड्यूस होता है. तो किस तरह से ये थायरोक्सिन हार्मोन अगर ज्यादा प्रोड्यूस हो जाए, ओवर सेक्रीशन हो जाए, तो किस तरह से वो एडवर्सली एक इंडिविजुअल को यू नो अफेक्ट कर सकता है, वो हमें यहाँ पे बताया. सो दैट्स व्हाट वी कम टू नो कि एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स भी हमारे पर्सनालिटी को कितना ज्यादा कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं. ओके, फैमिली द थर्ड. So family is one of the most important factors influencing personality of an individual. I think we all agree to this point that, you know, family is a very, very important, rather the most important factor which affects you or which shapes you as an individual. Okay. So the elements related to family, such as the structure of family, what kind of structure the family is, you know, like how we call it, the small family or a nuclear family or a, you know, big family, whatever the types of families are. Family where you are, it's just mother, father, child, and that, or if it's a joint family where there's everyone. So, you know, people brought up in a joint family and people brought up in a nuclear family, they actually have a lot of difference in their personalities if you'll go through it, or if you'll you know, them and try to make it out. Okay. So it's not just the structure of family, but the socio-economic status of family also matters. That how, what is the economic status of the family, right? I think economic status actually plays a very important role in today's families when it's 21st century, where income is everything and nothing. It's like both. And then emotional, I think emotional also it matters, that how emotional family, you know, people brought up in an emotional family where everyone is very, very emotional. So the child or the individual is definitely going to be an emotional individual. So emotional also affects an academic and cultural environment in family. So it very matters that your family is a family where studies is given the most important priority or not. If you will see that in your family only people are not that much considered about academics and studies, so why would you grow up as an individual who would love to study, right? So that's the thing. And interaction between family members. So interaction between family members also matters, because, you know, if there's no interaction between family members, then you'll find a lot of individuals who cannot interact much with their parents or their family members, and thus that leads to depression or kind of personality which in where they are very lonely and they do not talk to people, they do not interact with people, they are not that social. Okay. So that's what interaction between family members plays as a part of role in personality. And then child rearing practices followed by parents. So child rearing practices is basically how the parents have brought up, you know, the bringing up of the child. How have they brought up as an like how have they brought up the child as an individual? That also plays a very important part. So etc. These are some of the important things which play an important part in family as in personality. Okay. So have significant effects on personality of an individual. I think family was very easy and it's quite understanding, because that's some basic knowledge which I think every individual has. Okay. That was all about family. Now we have, so here we have an example. Okay. So in a family having warm emotional atmosphere, parents have healthier relations with their children, love and respect shown by parents toward their children boosts the self-confidence and self-esteem of children. This in turn positively affects the personality of children. That's what I said all, that if there's an environment in a family where the parents have a very warm and emotional atmosphere, it's not like, you know, if you talk to your parents all the time, they just do like shout at you, yell at you, बहुत गुस्से वाले पेरेंट्स हैं. नहीं, अगर आपके पेरेंट्स बहुत ही ज्यादा वार्म है, बहुत ज्यादा अच्छे इमोशनल एटमॉस्फेयर है आपके घर में, so definitely your personality as an individual is going to be amazing. your parents are healthier, have healthier relationships with their children, you know, and आपके parents और आपका relationship is a very good relationship, so definitely it's gonna, you know, in a positive way gonna affect your personality. Love and respect shown by parents towards children, you know, it's like very important that your parents also show respect towards you. I know that they are elder to you and you have to show the respect, but it's not that you have to show the respect and your parents don't. Even they have to show respect and love towards you. And then that's, if these things happen in a family, so that individuals and that child's self-confidence and self-esteem increases and gets boost, right? Whereas if this doesn't happen, and you know, a family you live in where it's very overprotective about you, you know, they always reject you and they neglect you, so these things shown by your parents or shown by parents to their children can lead to low self-esteem and, you know, low self-confidence in the children. So this can affect the personality of a child or an individual in a adverse way. So that's the difference between a good family structure, a good family environment, between how it shapes your personality as an individual. Now we have peer groups. So peer groups actually, you know, are very, it's like how important your family is. I consider that peer groups are similarly that important. So peers are a persuasive aspect of a social life. They are very persuasive, you know, because your family cannot persuade you. They cannot, persuasion, I think you all know what persuasion is. To making someone is basically, you know, making them come into your thoughts. जैसा आप चाहते हो वैसा उनको भी सोचवाना, and you know, like उनको भी वही सब काम करवाना जो आप करना चाहते हो. That's what persuading someone is. So peers, they are very very persuasive. वो आपको बहुत ज्यादा persuade कर सकते हैं, trust me. So peers surround us in our everyday life from childhood until old age. You know what? Our friends, peers are basically friends, colleagues and all. So friends and colleagues, these people are someone, especially friends I'm talking about here, they are someone who are with you from childhood till old age. Whereas your family members, especially your parents, they are not till the old age, right? So I think peer groups are actually somewhere more important, and we have to be very considering while we have a peer group. So that's what it says. Members of same classroom, workplace or sports club, etc. constitute peer groups. So your friends, your colleagues, these are the people who actually make up your peer group. Okay. So these peer group may influence personality in a positive way as well as a negative way. It's the same with how family is. Your family can decide your personality, whether it's going to be a positive one or a negative one. Similarly, peer groups decide how positively they're going to affect you or how negatively they're going to affect you. For example, good habits such as studying regularly, developing healthy attitude towards one's own gender and opposite gender, etc., may be developed by being in a good company of friends. For example, your friends circle is a circle who loves studying. They study every day because they know how important studying is. If you have a peers group, if you have a peer group where, you know, they love having a good attitude towards society, they know how to respect each other, they know how to respect the opposite gender, so then you're definitely gonna respect the opposite gender and do the same as they do. But if there's a peer group which loves bunking lectures, so definitely at some point, you know, first day, second day, you'll be like, no. But then the third day and coming fourth, fifth day, you're definitely going to bunk lectures with them because that's your peer group and they persuade you. If they develop, you know, various addictions, so you're going to get addicted to that. They have an aggressive tendency ki matlab kuch bhi ho jaye choti baat pe, you know, gussa kar dena, chilla dena. So even you will start doing that. They bully people, you'll also start bullying. So, you know, a good company and a bad company of friends actually matters. I think hum sapne bachpan mein, you know, we've studied phrases about this, that, you know, a good company affects you in a good way. A good company of friends is very important. That's what actually it says. Kyun? Humne bachpan mein kyun padha? Because that affects our personality. And personality is something which is very, very, very important. Trust me. Okay? That was all about peer groups. Now we come to school. So school is that part of a life which we have spent like 12 years or maybe 10 years of life in school. a decade basically. Can you imagine a decade spending somewhere? So don't you think so that's an important part of our personality? Of course it is. So school plays an important role in the personality development of students. The elements related to school are the like teacher learning process, academic activities and course curricular facilities provided by school, teachers' rapport with students, school discipline and policies. These have a significant impact on the personality of students. Example, think कि आपकी स्कूल में आप गए और टीचर जो है उसको फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता कि तुम क्या पढ़ रहे हो. So definitely you'll be like, okay, if teacher doesn't care, why would I care? That's actually not positively affecting your personality. Don't you think so? Yes, because it's negative impact on your personality. If it's a good teacher whose learning process and all is fabulous, so definitely you're going to have a good impact. Ki bro, teacher itna acha padha rahi hai, so I think I should be the one who should contribute to her hard work and I should study more, right? अगर academic activities आपकी स्कूल में अच्छी है तो आपको मजा आएगा. And then these all things, and then teacher आपके साथ कैसे behave कर रही है उसी तरह से आप टीचर के साथ behave करोगे, right? So ये सब चीजें बहुत ज्यादा matter करती है. A good school matters a lot, okay? Because a good school helps in developing your personality and not actually spoiling it, okay? Let's have an example. A creative, well-qualified, experienced and well-mannered teacher acts as a role model for his or her students. Such teachers provide maximum opportunities for the optimum development of the potential of the students. This in turn helps students to develop their personality in a healthier manner. So अगर आपके पास कोई अच्छी टीचर जो बहुत क्रिएटिव है, जो बहुत अच्छी खासी पढ़ी लिखी है, बहुत एक्सपीरियंस है और बहुत ज्यादा वेल मैनर्ड है, तो आप उस टीचर को देखोगे ना तो आप बोलो कि वाओ, आई लव दिस टीचर, आई वांट टू बी लाइक हर. आप उनको रोल मॉडल मानने लगते हो. सो ऐसी टाइप की टीचर्स क्या करती है पता है, वो सबसे ज्यादा मैक्सिमम अपॉर्चुनिटीज प्रोवाइड करती है अपने स्टूडेंट्स को. व्हाट इज ऑप्टिमम डेवलपमेंट? मैक्सिमम अपॉर्चुनिटीज प्रोवाइड करती है ऑप्टिमम डेवलपमेंट के लिए. सो ऑप्टिमम डेवलपमेंट क्या होता है? ऑप्टिमम डेवलपमेंट मतलब कि बेस्ट रिजल्ट्स मिले, लाइक द बेस्ट पॉसिबल रिजल्ट्स, जितने भी पॉसिबल रिजल्ट्स हो उनमें से बेस्ट रिजल्ट मिले डेवलपमेंट में. उनके पोटेंशियल, जो स्टूडेंट्स के पोटेंशियल है उसका बेस्ट ला सके वो टीचर बाहर. दैट्स व्हाट शी वुड डू. एंड इस वजह से स्टूडेंट्स बहुत अच्छा पर्सनालिटी डेवलप कर पाते हैं और वो भी बहुत अच्छे तरीके से इन अ हेल्दियर मैनर. ओके, नाउ वी कम टू मास मीडिया. आई थिंक इन टुडेज जनरेशन mass media affects us hell lot. So internet and other forms of mass media are now deeply integrated in almost everyone's day life. How many of y'all would say that y'all don't interact with others on internet, or you say that you do not use internet? That's not possible, because if y'all say that you don't use internet, then I think you won't be watching this video right now. So internet plays a very important part. Okay, it's there in everyone's daily life, everyone, especially in this lockdown period. I think everyone's. So mass media is a source of entertainment. It entertains you. It's an informal education. That's what we are doing right now. We aren't like in a school where I'm teaching you, but it's an informal platform where I'm educating y'all and y'all are learning something. So a socialization, because you socialize with others, you interact with others, and that's how you grow in socializing with people, and to many of us. Okay, so nowadays majority of adolescents spend more and more time in front of TV, mobile and computer, which may affect their personality. So firstly, let me tell you, if adolescents sit in front of TV, mobile and computer and it says that वो उनके personality को affect करेगा, तो ये नहीं कहा है उसने कि उसके पर्सनालिटी को नेगेटिवली अफेक्ट करेगा या पॉजिटिवली, राइट? तो ऐसा नहीं कह सकते कि मास मीडिया सिर्फ खराब है और वो हमारे पर्सनालिटी को खराब बनाएगा. नहीं, अब तक हमने जितना भी पढ़ा, फैमिली से लेके प्योर ग्रुप से लेके हेरिडिटरी से लेके सब कुछ, वो सब इट्स लाइक टू साइड्स ऑफ अ कॉइन. उनमें अच्छा भी है, उनमें बुरा भी है. इट डिपेंड्स नाउ व्हाट यू गेट, व्हाट यू डू, वेयर यू आर. ओके, तो उसी तरह से फॉर एग्जाम्पल मास मीडिया में हेल्प एन इंडिविजुअल टू हैव एन अपडेटेड नॉलेज ऑफ करंट अफेयर्स एक्सेट्रा, व्हिच इन टर्न पॉजिटिवली अफेक्ट्स द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ एन इंडिविजुअल्स पर्सनालिटी. अगर आप इंटरनेट पढ़ने के लिए करंट अफेयर्स जानने के लिए, न्यूज जानने के लिए यूज कर रहे हो, सो आई थिंक वो आपकी पर्सनालिटी को एक बेटर पर्सनालिटी बना रहा है, बिकॉज यू नो आप अपडेटेड रहोगे कि आजकल क्या चल रहा है दुनिया में, देश में. सो दैट्स गोना अफेक्ट योर पर्सनालिटी इन अ पॉजिटिव वे. बट ऑन द अदर हैंड, अगर आपको बहुत ज्यादा एक्सेसिव एडिक्शन हो जा रहा है मीडिया का, तो उससे क्या होगा पता है, आप पूरी दुनिया से कहीं ना कहीं डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाओगे. And you know that would actually lead to egocentrism, sleep deprivation, poor academic performances, insecurity, antisocial behavior, loneliness. ये सब होगा. So what is egocentrism? Firstly, egocentrism is where you know आपको दुनिया से कोई लेना देना नहीं, आपको नहीं फर्क पड़ता कि सामने वाले को कैसा लग रहा है. You would do what you want to do. You won't even care कि मैं ये कर रहा हूँ तो शायद सामने वाले को ये चीज खराब लग सकती है, मैं ये कर रहा हूँ तो सामने वाले को उससे चोट लग सकती है. whatever would happen, you won't even care. And that is why media plays a very important role, because वो आपके पर्सनालिटी को बहुत ज्यादा यू नो चेंज कर सकता है, either in a good way or a bad way. So that was all about media, mass media. Now we have culture. So I think culture is not that important part, and that's why we have it in the last. But yes, it is an important part. It's not it's like not you can't you just you know ignore it. You have to consider it too. So cultural factors also play an important role in shaping the personality of an individual. Every culture has its own set of values, beliefs, norms, etc., influencing thoughts, feelings, and behavior patterns of an individual. आपको नहीं लगता thoughts, feeling, behavior patterns ये सब हमने कहीं पढ़ा है? जी हाँ, ये पढ़ा था हमने पर्सनालिटी के डेफिनेशन में. तो अगर कल्चर इन तीनों चीजों को अफेक्ट करता है, इनको कहीं ना कहीं इन्फ्लुएंस करता है, तो आई थिंक पर्सनालिटी को डेफिनेटली इज इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय कल्चर, राइट? सो हर एक कल्चर का अलग अलग सेट ऑफ रूल्स होता है, सेट ऑफ वैल्यूज होते हैं, सेट ऑफ बिलीव्स होते हैं. सो वो क्या होता है कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू नो अब हिंदुइज्म का एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं. हिंदुइज्म में ये बिलीव है, ये rules हैं कि when you go to a temple, whenever you visit a temple, you cannot wear your slippers or sandals inside the temple. That's kind of disrespecting the god, right? So that are various norms and beliefs. So it affects कि आप अंदर जाओगे, so you're disrespecting someone, be it god who isn't even you know honestly अगर आप disrespect करोगे भगवान को, so he's not going to tell you something because he's an idol, he's cannot speak. But then these cultures inflict those values inside us कि भाई नहीं ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए, you're disrespecting someone. So they are influencing our thoughts in a positive way. They are making us understand that disrespecting someone, be it God or anyone, is not good. So you know, and it's not just Hinduism, there are various cultures, be it Muslims or Jainism, Buddhism, whatever religion you talk about, Christians, whatever, every religion, they all have different set of values who you know they put in certain values and everything. They affect our thoughts so that we become a better individual and our personality becomes a better and flourishing personality, I think. So for example, leadership qualities, listening skills, entrepreneurial skills, tendencies to cooperate with others, etc., may differ from culture to culture, and therefore people from different cultural backgrounds may have different personalities. Okay? तो ये नहीं कहते हैं कि different cultures है तो उनकी personality अलग होगी, नहीं, वो कह रहे हैं may have. ऐसा भी possible है कि एक हिंदू का personality और एक मुस्लिम का personality same हो, एक जैन का personality और एक क्रिश्चियन का personality same हो. It's possible, and it's even possible कि इन सबका same हो, and it's even possible in सबका अलग हो. So culture plays an important part. Okay, so that was all for today. Thanks for watching, and I seriously say अगर आपको ये पसंद आया हो वीडियो, so please do like, comment and share it with your friends so that हम सब पढ़ सकें. And guys, do press the bell icon, because I think अगर आप bell icon press नहीं करोगे तो you know मेरे notifications नहीं आएंगे जब मैं वीडियोस डालूंगी, क्योंकि मेरे वीडियोस आप तक नहीं पहुंच पाएंगे तो आप नहीं पढ़ पाएंगे. और आई थिंक आपका प्रेस करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, बिकॉज यू नो मैं ऐसी हूँ जिसका कोई भरोसा नहीं कि मैं कब वीडियो अपलोड कर दूं. आई अपलोड वीडियोस एनी टाइम. आई डू नॉट फिक्स times, or I do not have a particular time of uploading video. So please do press the bell icon, and lots of love to you all. And do subscribe the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.